Hey guys! So I'm back to do a tag video on something that I'm really excited to share with you guys. It is the Vampire Diaries tag, and if you guys want to know anything about me, my all-time favorite show is the Vampire Diaries, if you couldn't guess. This tag was created by Ingrid, Miss Glamorazzi, and Joey here on YouTube. I will link the videos that they made for this tag down below. It was kind of like a two-parter. Half of the questions were on hers and then the other half on his. So I just kind of combined them both to do it in one video. So I will link down for their channels below for the originals. And let's get started. Question number 1. How did you discover the show? I discovered the show kind of by myself. I was actually maybe like the year before it came out onto TV, so it would have been like 2008, I think. I went to the bookstore with my friends, and we were kind of picking out some books. And I came across the Vampire Diaries, and it sounded really interesting to me, and I think at the time she only had 3 books out. So I got the first 2. So as I'm going to check out, the guy at the counter told me that that series was actually being put into a television show, so I was kind of thinking, oh, that's cool. Didn't think much of it because I hadn't read the series, so I wouldn't know if I would like it or not. But, so I take it home, and it took me a couple months to read them. Not like just from when I started, but to start reading them, it took me a couple months. And once I started reading them, I got really hooked, and I finished them within like a week. And I started looking up, because I remembered him saying that there was a show coming out. So I started looking it up on the internet and found out the date. Then I realized it was only a couple months away, so I was really excited. Then I started seeing trailers for the CW, and just kind of went from there. I was really excited, and so I pretty much discovered it by myself, and I've actually been the one to convert all my friends to the show, because they hadn't really read the books or anything. So, yeah, that's how I discovered it. Question number 2. Who is your favorite character? Oh, this is really hard. I've got so many favorite characters. I'd have to say Caroline would be my favorite character, just because she really grew on me as a person on the show, because like season 1 at the beginning, I wasn't a fan of her. And I'm not at all a fan of her in the books. If you read the books, you know why. And, it's just they make her out to be kind of like that mean girl who's jealous of her best friend, wants everything and whatnot. And I thought that's how they were gonna take her character on the show. And I was pretty excited when I found out that they were kind of veering away from the book, so they made her more likable. And then when season 2 came and that whole change went on with her, she really grew as a person, I think, and got more comfortable in her own shell, and now she is just an awesome character and adds so much to the show. She is so confident and will go out there for her friends and kick butt, and looks fabulous doing it. So I gotta say I love Caroline. My favorite line I think that she's gotten was on the, if you guys have been caught up with the show like me, on the season finale on season 3, when her and Tyler were talking. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm trying to be as vague as possible in case someone isn't quite there on the series yet, but that scene with her and Tyler where he asks if she needs anything, and she says, I just need you, and maybe a curling iron, and I thought that was funny, so I just love her and her kind of like wit. Question number 3 is, if you were a vampire, would you live off human or animal blood? Ooh, at first I thought, well, animal blood, I wouldn't want to like kill anybody, but when I thought about it, I'd be killing an animal. That's terrible. So then I kind of found a loophole, because you could just drink blood bags. So I guess I would technically be human blood, so I guess that's what I would drink. Okay, and the next question is, if you tell anyone you watch the show, I think this is the question that rolls off of everyone's mouth. It's the question I get from people, and it is Team Stefan or Team Damon. Hands down, 100% I am Team Stefan. I know there's a lot of Team Damon fans out there, and they're going to be like, oh, Team Damon. I'm not trying to say that Damon isn't a good character. He is one of my favorite characters on the show, and he is extremely gorgeous too. But I've always been, and always will be, Stefan. Even in the books, kind of set me up to already like Stefan, so when I was going into the show, I already automatically wanted him to be with Elena. So, I don't know, it's just kind of one of those things that I love them both. They're both awesome guys, but I think Stefan for Elena has always just been my go-to thing. I think they're awesome together, and they bring out really the best in each other. And I know the same can be said for Damon, but In my mind, I really want him, I don't know if anyone else agrees with me, I want him with Catherine. I don't know why, but those two just, they both kind of share the personality where they're both, they have their heartfelt moments kind of, but they're both just very like, I don't know how to word it, they just, I don't know, they just complement each other, I guess you could say. They both have like the same type of personality, and I just think they're really good together, but I am completely Team Stefan, so sorry anyone out there who is against that, but that's just my opinion. I love him, so yeah. Question number 5. What's your favorite supernatural power? I don't know if they mean like on the show or just in general, but I'm just going to kind of go with what's been on the show. I think it was cool how throughout with like Bonnie doing that and Cos's mother, how they were able to like switch bodies. I thought that was really interesting. I've never seen a show or read about people doing that, so I kind of thought that'd be a cool supernatural power to have, just switch into someone else's body. I don't know why, that'd be kind of weird, but kind of cool at the same time, so I think that would be my little power I'd want. Question number 6. If you were to be a character, who would you be? Ooh, this took a lot of thought. I think when it comes down to it, I'd probably be Elena, just because I kind of relate to her the most, with my own personality. We're both kind of, like, we'll do out there things, but we're kind of more inverted, and at the end of the day, we care about friends and family. Hands down, we'd be willing to give up anything for them. So I kind of relate with Elena, so I think I would want to be in her spot on the show, and who wouldn't want 2 gorgeous guys after you? Just saying. Question number 7. Have you read the book series? Yep, I did. I've already mentioned it several times. I got the entire series on my bookshelf, and I love them, so yeah. Number 8. Who's your crush on the show? So I already know I mentioned Stefan on this one. I mean, he is my all-time biggest crush, but if we're setting like main characters aside, I would have to say Matt. Like the first 2 seasons, he was kind of just there as a character. I felt like this 3rd season, he really kind of came out and was his own person, and I really liked that about him. And if you've seen the 3rd season, this is really where the kind of crush came on, was that episode where it was Caroline's birthday and Stefan kidnapped Elena and whatnot, and that whole bridge thing. The end of that episode where she meets Matt on the bridge, and they're kind of having that like heart-to-heart conversation, that really kind of made me really like him. It showed that he would have her back no matter what. They went through so much together, and it just kind of showed that he's one of her best friends still. I really admire that about him, and he's not bad to look at either, but I just think he's a great guy, so he's always kind of been my go-to crush. And also on that episode, I kind of thought, you know, if it came down to it, I wouldn't mind if Elena ended up with Matt. I know it's terrible, it's not a terrible thing to say, but like, I know it's been an option for the writers, but I wouldn't mind. Now with the finale, I don't think that's possible, but you never know. Question number 9. What was your initial thought of the show, and did it change after you saw it? My initial thought when I first saw the show was, okay, I think I could like this type thing. After reading the series, just like most of you would probably agree with this, when you have like your heart into a book series, you expect the movie or series to be really similar, and it's got to be the way you like it. So when the previews came on for it in the first episode, I'm not one of those like really picky people, but I don't know why it bugged me the first time, but if you've read the books, you know that like every other page, they make a reference to Elena's golden blonde hair. Then the show comes out and she's brunette. It's kind of a weird change for me. I'm like, what? And then she has a sister in the books and then a brother in the series. And I thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to like this. It's really different. But I'm now like so glad that they switched it. So I guess you can say my opinion has changed within like the first couple episodes. I mean, I was already hooked right away, but I just immediately loved it. And I love that they take a different spin from the books, because it makes me want to watch it and not know what's going to happen next. I mean, they do incorporate some things from the book into the series, but kind of in their own way, and I really like that about it. So I'd have to say it did change, but I already still loved it, so kind of yes and no. And last but not least, who is your favorite villain? I would have to say Rebecca. Now, when I first started watching the show, it was probably, I would say, Catherine. But once Klaus showed up, I was kind of like, ooh, Klaus, he's an awesome villain. And then he killed Aunt Jenna. Didn't like him so much after that. I still like him, but I was mad that he did that, and I'm like, why? I loved Aunt Jenna. Sorry for spoilers if you haven't seen season 2. But I didn't like it because of that, so I don't know. I still like Klaus. It's a love-hate relationship with the guy. But then when they introduced his sister, Rebecca, I gotta give it to her by far. She's my favorite villain they've had on the show. She's kind of got that sense of humor, but she still has like she's got depth to her. Like she has her mean girl moments, but at the same time, she just wants to be like any other girl, wants to be accepted and loved, and I don't know, it just kind of makes her like unpredictable. So that's I think why I like her so much. So I have to say Rebecca. So that was the end of the Vampire Diaries tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would love to see a video response if you guys would love to do that as well. Just leave it down below. Any comments, what you guys think, who your favorite characters are, answer any of the questions. Love to hear some feedback. Also, what did you guys, if you're caught up to date, what did you guys think of this season finale? I am shocked. I'm still trying to get over it, and it's been weeks since it aired, but holy crap. I'm still recovering from that. I did not expect that. I mean, I kind of saw that happening, just not so soon, because I knew it happens in the books, but wow. What do you guys, I don't know, what do you guys think is going to happen? Like, I don't even know what to say, but awesome show, love it, always going to be a fan, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. So leave any comments, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!